What it is, what's up? We're back at it. Software developer series. How has it been? Honestly, at this point in time, everything's okay. Honestly, I think I've finally figured a way of actually dealing with the current matter at hand, because I noticed when I was doing the exercises, it was like, okay, I'm learning these individual things, and I pretty much know how to do them, but then I forget. So that's the importance of revision, especially right now, just revising when I find that, I forgot what this is, I forgot prototype. Yeah. And how to work with that. So then it's like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Let me just get back to object oriented programming. And I noticed something, right? Just at first, I didn't notice it when I was going through the exercises of functional programming until I took a step back, and then did the Odin project. I was like, here it is. Here it is. You see, I understand now how this for loop can be diversified and it's being mixed with an array, like they're pushing an array and comparing the values. And I was like, what's the difference between this and numerals? The only difference right here is that I need to familiarize myself with, per se, arrays and their methods the way I would with numbers. It's just that simple. So I was just there like, all right, cool. This is how I'm going to take it to the next level. So I'm going to continue with days of performance, days of exercise. On the days of performance, when I see that, all right, cool, my knowledge is lagging a bit here, I'm just going to use the next day to, per se, run or do exercises for these particular problems that I've noticed. Yeah, because that's what's up. That's what's up, really. I feel like I'm bridging this gap and it's coming along very well from where I was at the beginning of the month. At the beginning of the month, it was like, yo, I hit this functional programming. I'm clueless. I am so clueless. And I'm just there like, whoa, you feel me? When it comes to destructuring and arrow functions, I'm just there like, I barely remember, And then when they talk about cool in terms of functional pardon me, in terms of functions, you can actually, assign them to variables. And I was just there like, this is a bit much. Same thing with objects. And I'm like, whoa, how does this work? But, just constantly just going through that, I'm like, right now, the best way of revising is to just see, all right, cool, where am I lagging? Oh, how does it fit in? And then probably on these types of days, where I'm running through exercises and revising. That's my main thing, exercising, revising, going back, seeing, okay, cool, how's my understanding? How far am I? Just bridging those gaps until the gap is as small as a Google search. And in the Google search, I'm just searching just to make sure that I have the right syntax. You get what I'm saying? So this is pretty great. A major lesson in the past couple of days was to focus on, just honoring my journey and acknowledging the work that I do. Because at the end of the day, I feel like it'll never be enough unless if I feel like, okay, now I'm almost disgusted with myself. But today I got to that point where I was like, yo, I've been up since 3 a.m. So, I did pretty well. I've managed my time pretty well. I've put in a good amount of work. Obviously, there's always more. But, the problem is when I focus on more, I hardly ever honor what it is that I've done. So, that shift in mind state of detaching and respecting what it is that I've done really does help. Just focusing on the positives. Focus on the positives. I can only yield more positives. Obviously, I have to improve, but let a positive perspective be my initial perspective instead of, per se, not having a positive perspective where it's like, oh my word, I didn't do enough work. You see, that's like initially that's a negative perspective, and then I'm trying to turn to positive and doing good, but it's like, yo, it's like it isn't good. It's like a teacher talking negatively to a student. It's like, yo, honestly, be encouraging. Don't be so negative. You have to be sensitive with these pupils. So I've learned the right approach to being like, I can push myself, but let me do it in the correct manner. So I've learned a little more about myself, and I'm really looking forward to just fully grasping this, because that's one of my things, right? Is that I didn't want to just blaze through exercises and not understand and not know. But right now, it's like I finally grasped the idea of programming. Uh-huh. And yeah, I'm just excited to like really apply it for what it's worth and just keep practicing, 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 practicing. Put the time in order for it to really, really, really make sense. So that's what's up. That's what's up. Um, but one thing's for sure, do or die at the end of this month, latest, I'm moving on to frameworks. Yeah, definitely. I'm moving on to frameworks. There's no two ways around this. So that at least I know that December I'm just focusing on this framework, and then I'll see from then on. Yeah, I'll just see from then on if per se I'll learn, because I'm going to be learning React, right? I'll see from then on if I'll be learning, what's that other one? Angular. Because in South Africa, for some reason, I just see Angular a lot more, But besides for that, yeah, I think actually, yeah, frameworks, projects, and that's what's up. But anyways, we'll see as time goes on. And yeah, that's my chat for today. Thank you very much for putting up. This is a delight. I'm finally reaching a point where I'm like, whew, thank the Lord. You get me? Like, I'm at peace. I'm at peace.